Hey fellas, how's it going? Welcome back. Today we had some big news. We've got the brand new Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc Metatron Joan. Or as people in my chat room have been calling her, Jontron, or as I'm going to be calling her throughout this video, Jangle. New servant for Ordeal Call 4. And we had tested her out a little bit, and she seems pretty alright. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what she actually does. I've got kind of an idea, but not really, so we're going to kind of take a look. Alright, first things first. Ascensions. First Ascension. I've been talking about this a little bit with the chat. I'm a big fan of the tiny wings. They're really good. I like the tiny crown. This thing that she's holding is like a pen or a paintbrush. She's sitting in a very, like, holy-ish chair that's floating above the ground, which is nice. Very, very angelic. I'm a big fan. Also, this moon is being suspended by a wire because magic isn't real, even though her pen is glowing. Somebody rationalized that for me. But otherwise, I like this one a lot. Now, her next Ascension is amazing. Here's the one that my chat has been calling G-Girl. This is your Holy Saint, the Saint of Orleans, the Jamer, not wanting to work. All of the good amount of her voice lines are talking about how she doesn't want to deal with this shit. She just really doesn't. Also, I didn't put this together when I was initially looking at this. She has the Master of Chaldea's, like, seal of approval, or whatever the thing is, like their promotion thing, as a part of her LED monitor, which is really fun. Her headset is now also her crown. She has a boba tea. She got the whole setup. She LED'd the stained glass, and now the moon is outside. Also, she has a bird. My prediction is that this bird is Metatron, but I don't know. It's weird. Also, this is like her default form for some reason. This is what she's actually like. And them releasing this is making me think, is this going to be a serious chapter, or are we going to have like a Lost Belt 7 situation where it's more goofy than we expected? I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. I love this one. It's super cute. And then there's this one. This one is her most holy, I guess, appearance. This one's definitely the closest that she has to Metatron. She's got the various wings, which are kind of nice. She has her crown is now an actual holy, like, light. The church that she's in is on fire, and her outfit, this is the Ascension I think I like the least. It lacks a little bit of a punch for me, but I do like it regardless. It's very cute. It's good. It's a good look for her. And some keen-eyed people will have noticed that this is drawn by her original artist in Apocrypha, not Takeuchi, which is nice. I like it. And then her FA is her eating macaroons on a couch with her crown off to the side. I can't make heads or tails of what's going to happen with her. Just from her Ascensions, I can't really figure out how she's going to be in this chapter. She almost seems like she's an aloof, like, kind of ambivalent. No, apathetic. That's the word. Apathetic deity, which is an interesting choice to say the least. Anyway, I like it. I like what she's got going on. Very, very interesting. Feels like Lancer Jormal? No, I don't know what the deal is. Well, let's take a look, shall we? What are her stats and what does she do? First off, we have, she's a ruler, 5-star, has a max HP of 13,770 and a max attack of 11,954. Which for a ruler, those are pretty DPS heavy stats, so you hope that she's a DPS. And then she has a quick Art Buster deck. She got 4 hits on her Buster, 4 hit on her Arts, 6 hits on her Quick, and 6 hits on her Extra. The 6 hit Quick and, no, 5 hits on the Quick, 5 hits on the Extra. The extra hits on that's pretty good. I don't think she's going to be making too many stars with her cards, but you know. Okay, she seems like she's going to be a DPS of some variety. Let's look at her skills, though. Shinmei Nana Juni. Is it 72 true names? That's what I think that is. And it is a 7-turn cooldown, 100% to, okay, it's a 100% buff removal resistance versus positive buff, increased damage, or buff increased defense or attack, or buff or crit or evade, invincible. Okay, so yeah, just, yeah. 3 times debuff immunity, just flat out, okay. Is that a reference to the 72 Demon God Pillars? Probably. And then it is a 3 times 3 turns evade with a 50% battery on it. That's just that's an incredible defensive skill. Holy shit. Avoids 3 attacks for 3 turns. Debuff immunity for 3 times. 3 turns. And then just buff removal resist. All of that is good, and then also a 50% battery is really good. 7-turn cooldown kind of sucks, but that's a pretty stacked skill, so that makes sense. It makes her really, really defensive. Next skill, Keiyaku Tenshi, Contracted Angel, B+. It is a party-wide cooldown reduction. She makes 15 stars per turn for 3 turns, and gains 15 stars immediately. 8-turn cooldown. Well, okay. 7-turn cooldown because it's a cool party. Okay, so then this is also a 6-turn instead. This is a 7-turn. Okay, that's not as strong, but it gives her a nice little nod to her one skill that she has on her normal ruler self. The cooldown reduction though is pretty good actually. That's solid. You'd be able to loop with cooldown append though, even without the CD reduction. The CD reduction helps. Last skill. And it is a 6-turn cooldown, technically a 5-turn. 30% attack up for 3 turns. 50% critical damage up for 3 turns. And ignore invincible for 3 turns. Goddamn. Pretty good. So her kit is very, very, like, mishmashed a little bit. So she has a lot of defense, support, and then attack up. But this is all for herself. And I know what her NP is. Her NP is AoE Buster. But what does it fully do? Universal Immortal Metatron, maybe? Alright, it is 50% damage against good servants, 50% damage against evil servants, and then a default NP damage up by 20%. That scales with NP level. And, no, scales with overcharge, sorry. And also NP level. Deal damage to all enemies. Only 1 turn, which kind of sucks. Deal damage to all enemies. Okay. And then restore 2,000 HP for the party. Charges NP for a flat 10. Okay. Interesting. Pretty sure that tiny 10% lets her BG loop. I believe it does. She... I mean, we were joking about it earlier, but it's kind of just like Jormal's kit, but offensive. They made it an offensive character instead. She can probably Black Grail loop pretty easily. She's got the 50%. This is a 6-turn cooldown, so yeah, with double coin that could work. She could loop, but also her kit has it so that she could theoretically be put into other, like, more challenging content as well. She's pretty tanky, and she has a lot in her kit to work with. She's kind of like She's a little bit confused on what she's, like, wanting to do, but she, on the other hand, is, like, kind of now a universal ruler to use for DPS. For, like, Buster farming, she can kind of do it just on her own. All right, let's look at the passives. Independent action, Angel. 12% critical up, 200 damage cut, okay. Crowned Throne? No. Jeweled Throne Creation. It is a make 5-star. Oh, okay. So she actually makes 20 stars every turn, and she also gets 5% NP every turn. That does change things a little bit. It makes her way more consistent. And then has a default NP damage up, so that actually helps out with the dome and stuff. Great Angel's Holy Core, okay. And then her redacted one is receive effect chance down versus net mental debuffs, but she's very sleepy, so she'll go to sleep if you debuff her with a sleep thing. Okay. Anti-ruler checks out, so she can fight herself. Traits. Female ruler, Sky, lawful good, 5-star, servant, divine, humanoid, saber face. We need to pull MHX aside. Weak to Enema, Lish, Sky or Earth Servant, Sky or Earth except Pseudo and Demi Servant, Divine or Demon or Undead, Supergiant, Supergiant, okay. Divine Spirit immune to Pigify, Levitating, has Goddess Metamorphosis, Servant with Sky attribute, can be in battle, Self. Yeah, Supergiant, probably the chair. And then what do you need? Basic Ruler Fair, and then she needs Prisms, Jugs, which is a new material, and a core. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. That is not bad at all. And then a pens, okay, that, see, there we go. There it is. 35 of the new, mat. These are Demon God Eyes. Supergiant, ultra-wide PC monitor. You know what? You're so right. Growth. So she peters out, but then she can... Hey, her stats are alright. Alright, chat, does she hate us? Let's find out. Yes. The answer is yes. She has the 100% hater curve. Got it. And then she has A Strength, A Endurance, Agility E, because she's sleepy, EX Magic, EX Luck, EXNP, Divinity None, my fucking ass. What do you mean Divinity None? Are you stupid? What the fuck? Divinity None. Divinity None. It is a literal angel. Divinity None. Now for the most important thing with any servant. Let's look at her expressions. Okay. These are pretty good. These are alright. Very, very Apocrypha. The blush is cute. It's a little subtle blush. The closed eye blush is also cute. I do like this. This almost looks like she's like prepping for a kiss or something like that. Don't you know God doesn't exist in Fate? What? Alright. There's the good face. There's the face I love so much. The face that they use for Hollow Ataraxia all the time. Got a good wink. Good smile. She's got starry-eyed angel shit. She has a pout. Oh, she has a pout. Okay, she got a little tongue stick out one, which is also very cute. Oh, she's got the tsundere one. She's got the other tsundere one. Little bead of sweat on you there, girl. And then... Okay. Her expressions are alright. So now I wonder, does she get upgraded expressions? No, okay. Her expressions are the same as a gamer. This one is the best one. This one right here. Jeanne cute, Jeanne very cute.
Jeanne kawaii.
Very cute. This expression right here. Wait, is there an equivalent of that? No, you're just kind of like staring at us here. And here she's doing the fucking... face. This is incredibly adorable and I love it. What about fucking JonTron here? Does Okay, in what context is...
Metatron is very cute.
In what context is JonTron making this fucking expression?
I love that she has carousels in her eyes for one of the expressions.
And the pout is also very cute. That's such a golden expression. Alright, that's good. Before we make the final assessment, let me look at your Bond CE. As you wait for this loading screen, this is my reminder to you, hey, go buy my merch. You can purchase this hat I'm wearing right now, link down below. It is an empty chair. Okay, so here's a story prediction. I don't think, no, it's not a Throne of God. Do you know what this is? This is Solomon's throne. That's my prediction, is that this is the Throne of Solomon. Like at the one from the Temple of Time that she revamped. That's kind of where I'm going with, that's where I'm thinking this is going. Because she has the ring. We saw that she had the ring. One of the rings of Solomon, and so it wouldn't be unsurprising if she utilized that power to keep the throne. It would also explain why she's on the throne so consistently. I don't think it's a potentially. I think it's that she does have his range. We see it. They make it very prominent, and I don't believe it appears in her renders. Otherwise, what does this do? 30% NP damage on self. Healing dealt up by 100%. That's really good. Why does she have more in common with Jolter than with Jeanne? Because they're the same person. Anyway, my assessment of her. Where's her healing? Is it on her NP? Okay, so yeah, if you have her, this is gonna do 4,000 HP to the party, making you super fucking tanky.
Well, yeah, she has a better setup cause most of us go broke via gacha.
True. I think that she is solid. I kind of really like what her kit has to offer. She has a little bit of everything. She is very hard to get rid of because she has all of the debuff stuff and has her tanky abilities with this evade. And she can't, she's also immune to having her debuffs removed, so you have to hit her 3 times. The star rate up, this one's just okay. Then, well, actually, that's not true. The cooldown reduction makes this worth it, so everything is even cheaper. And then this is also 20 stars per turn in actuality, which is really good. Ignore Invincible is amazing. Critical damage up 50% for 3 turns is super good. And her attack up to 30% is also very good on a 5-turn cooldown because of her skill here. Is super good. I'm kind of a fan of how she operates, and her NP is an AoE buster, so you can theoretically Black Grail loop with her fairly easily, but you can also bring her into other contexts that's not just farming, and for that kind of versatility, I think I'm going to give her like an A+. I don't know if she's EX. I think she's maybe missing a little bit of something to become EX, but I think she's at the very least A+. She's a solid servant. I like her a lot. I'm gonna be leveling her skills after this pretty soon. And to answer the question to people in my chat asking what games do they think that she plays, this is the face of a Final Fantasy XIV streamer. She runs a white mage in Final Fantasy XIV, or a sage, and flames her teammates. I think that she's going to be very good. For now, though, thanks for hanging out, fellas. I will catch you all later. If you're watching on YouTube, do all the stuff. Check out the merch. Buy my hats. Buy my hats. Buy my hats. For now, I'll catch you all later. Thanks for hanging out. Peace out, fellas. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.